Man, welcome back to another vid, man. In today's vid, we're gonna be reacting to Korean streamer killed by viewer who donated 70,000, 70 bean ski to chat. Chat. First off, bro, to any women out there, if a guy's donating that much to you, it's not because he's a fan of your work. He's a fan of something else, chat. Be safe. Be careful out here, man. Let's get straight to this vid, man.
Now, in today's episode of Society Falling Apart at the Seams, we have a tragic story, a crazy story, in fact, of a Korean streamer by the name of Yoon, who was, according to Dexerto, found dead after an attack by a longtime viewer in her live streams who donated almost $70,000 to her. And I just gotta say, this is why not all money is good money. And a lot of this.
If my man's is donating 70 bean ski to a random streamer, bro, I'm gonna have to look at you like, why? Like, it's just weird, bro. Like, I don't care what no one say, bro. That's just weird, bro. You're not finna donate 70 bean ski to a random Twitch streamer. It's not like she got a hidden talent, like some crazy ass talent, bro. She just look nice, and you wanna get to
money, especially in a lot of female streamers chats donated by a lot of parally obsessed male viewers, can be very dangerous for the women receiving this money. Objectively, time and time again, we've seen guys just go way too far. They donate a whole bunch of money, assuming that that girl that is receiving the money that, you know, they watch on a daily basis is now obligated to return the favor in some way, shape, or form. And I'm pretty sure you guys understand how predictable this story is, right? Guy donates a whole bunch of money, he's in love with her, you know, watches her streams every day, assumes that donating tens of thousands of dollars to her, mind you, he's in serious debt. Apparently in the story, this man lost his whole house.
That's what I'm saying. And you in serious debt. This probably was like his last, like, yo, like, I need this chick. I'm gonna try to do everything. I'm already fucked up financially, so her loving me is like my last goal in life. It's like, bro, you a weirdo, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let me catch my man's donating this much to a streamer, bro. Like, it's not a bad thing donating to a streamer, especially if you see him, he up and coming and shit, and he. But like, bro, you know why you donating to this girl, bro. It's not because you actually trying to support her, and you knew why you was, because you feel me? Like, niggas who donate to, like, let's say you donate to Kai Cenat. It's like, yo, you rock with Kai Cenat. It's not no, yo, I'm trying to link up with him and do shit. It's like, yo, I genuinely. But like most guys that donate to girl streamers, like a Pokemon, bro, you trying to get in there, like, bro, and she's not gonna rock with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. She'll rock with the nigga that don't even know her. Just a random chat on the street. She'll talk to him before she talks to you, donating 100 bands, your whole life saving. Well, I can't, bro. This guy's a weirdo.
Just trying to donate money to this girl, and ultimately ended up taking her life because she did not reciprocate the feelings and emotional investment that he had for her. This is why not all money is good money. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to head on over to my second channel, Maury Live, for more raw and unfiltered videos. I'm probably gonna actually be using this as a live stream channel anyway, so yeah, be sure to head on over there. Also for my by now,
get your money, as well. Get your money, Maury.
With VIP viewer who donated $70,000 to her. And before we go into the story, I just want to say a VIP viewer in a Twitch chat or any other live streaming service is basically viewers who donate so much money that after a certain point, automatically or manually, they get placed in some type of bracket or special group by the streamer to get acknowledged in the chat that, hey, this person right here chatting in our chat every day is basically a pay big. Acknowledge them. Honestly, if I ever got to that point, of which I never will, I'd be very embarrassed and shamed. Like, please don't put a little icon next to my name, basically telling everybody in the chat that I'm basically a walking human ATM for you. And by the way, here's an image of the streamer, as you can see. They say a Korean streamer has been,
like I said, ain't nothing wrong with donating to your favorite streamer to support him and shit, especially when he's on the come up. Because if, let's say I'm a streamer and I'm on the come up, like, I'll appreciate everyone that donate. But after I get, like, let's say I'm on Kai Cenat level, at that point I'll be like, yo, you really don't have to donate. I'm up. Like, you don't have to donate. Now I'm trying to do stuff for my community, like try to give back. But donating where you're life saving, where you donating everything, like, bro, come on, chat. Like, come on, bro. Just you watching the stream is supporting already, bro. You don't have to donate every dollar that you have, especially if you don't got it like that, bro. I'm being for real, bro.
Found dead, and a viewer has been arrested for murder after donating tens of thousands of dollars to her. Yoon, a TikToker and live streamer with over 300,000 followers, was discovered on a mountainside in Muju County, North Jeolla Province on September 11th. Her body showed signs of bruising and strangulation. So obviously this guy was very angry and very violent. Likely, if you can imagine, had her pinned down on the ground with his hands around her neck, preventing her from breathing. Police believe she was killed about 30 minutes after her final broadcast ended. And just to show you guys this as I'm on her TikTok right now, a little bit of what she does, as you can see here. Right.
She's like a K-pop
As someone
girl.
stated in the comment section, this video was one day before she died. Here's another video. Right, so it just looks like she's
Yo, that song kind of go hard, chat. I might have to Shazam that
like
one.
a little cutesy little, kawaii type streamer. You know, a lot of Asian, Japanese, Korean, South Asian streamers tend to fit this mold, this aesthetic. They like to, do little cutesy little videos like this and fit that type of caricature. And obviously, any guy, any simpler, a lack of better words, seeing this type of content, seeing what she looks like, she's definitely cute, would slowly, become parasocially obsessed. Seeing this, it's normal. I'm gonna be honest for both sexes, but sometimes a lot of people can go too far. They get ideas in their head and they start romantic.
It's off topic, but I gotta go to Japan, bro. I fuck with the whole culture over there, bro. Like the cleanliness, like the attitude they got. I fuck with Japan, bro. Cause I got some Asian homies. They cool as fuck, bro.
Fantasizing
I wanna
things
go
and they
everywhere.
slowly fantasize about particular things that may never ever happen because A, she doesn't know you, you don't know her, really, truly. You're just another person in her chat. And I mean, good God, guys, like I need people to fix their mental health because this is just not mentally healthy for people to get this obsessed and attached to people to the point to where they're losing their own homes, their houses, and donating $70,000 to people who they're never gonna see in real life.
Chat, you know what I could do with that 70 bands, bro? I could turn that 70 bands to 300 bands. Turn that 300 bands to a mil. Turn that, all right, bro.
But in this case, he actually met up with her. Let's get back to the story. They say the suspect, a man in his 50s, identified only as Choi, was a longtime supporter who had donated roughly 100 million won, about $70,000 under the nickname Black Cat. Yeah, a man in his 50s doing that, $70,000, nickname Black Cat.
50,
Hell
bro.
no. That's already sketchy. They say he allegedly told Yoon he was the CEO of an IT company, but reports later revealed he was deeply in debt and his home had been seized in a forced auction. So this man was basically LARPing as a rich, wealthy, baller kind of guy. He was LARPing, which means live action role playing. Gaming lingo. You're pretending to be something you're not. He was pretending to be a high roller. A wealthy guy with a lot of money that he can splurge on any, streamers that he wants. But apparently he's just a guy in his 50s, highly in debt, lost his home. He got mad. I guess he was trying to buy her affection. And then, hey, as predictable as it always is, she didn't like him. She didn't want him. Based off of other reports I heard, she tried to cut ties.
Why would this pretty looking young lady like you, bro? You're 50, you're in debt, you're broke, you over simping, sending this much bread to her, bro. She would never have liked you
with him after. Well, let's get back into the story, but just know that he was living kind of a double life she fell for. And as you can see here, Choi convinced Yoon to enter a business partnership with him after becoming a VIP level donor on her live streams. Keep in mind, he was pretending to be a high roller, a baller, CEO of his own company. Meanwhile, he's just a guy in his 50s who's broke as hell and lost his house. They say though, however, Yoon had recently tried to cut ties, assuming she found out about this lie, reportedly exhausted by his controlling behavior and demanding schedule. CCTV footage captured Choi kneeling and begging Yoon shortly before the killing. That is crazy. I have not seen the CCTV footage at all. But just to clarify here, Choi, the guy who donated this money, was on his knees kneeling, I suppose, because she wanted to cut ties, or she, may have been rejecting him at that point in time because he revealed his true feelings, his romantic advances, right? And she wanted to cut ties after finding out about this creepy ulterior motive.
That's what I'm saying. See, this young lady, they ain't even want your bread. She genuinely like, yo, I'm not rocking with you. I don't care how much money you have. You're old, you're bum, you're a simp. Overly, I don't even like using the word simp because when you hold a door for a girl nowadays, people call you a simp. But like this guy, overly, and she was still not rocking with it, and you went and did that, bro. You a lame, bro. People that grape, I might have to cut that one part. People that grape people and take advantage of innocent girls and children, those are the two worst people on the planet, bro. Like, get this man out of here, bro.
Say investigators believe the fatal encounter occurred at around 3:27 p.m. when Yoon was seen being pulled back into her car against her will. Her cause of death was confirmed as asphyxiation due to neck compression. So yeah, she was strangled. He had his hands around her neck and basically choked the life out of her, bro. She could not breathe. After the murder, Choi was seen carrying a suitcase and making multiple stops to throw police off his trail before abandoning Yoon's body on the mountainside. He was arrested 12 hours later. While he originally denied killing the streamer, he confessed after the authorities found the body. And a couple of photos I do want to show here is the mountainside of which her body was found in the suitcase. So clearly this guy drove, into the country to abandon the body, but he was captured on CCTV. He didn't, he was too emotional to kind of plan this out. This was, I suppose, in the heat of the moment, a crime of passion. One thing I was able to find, and I couldn't translate it, obviously, because I don't know what's going on in terms of my browser extension, but now, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I was able to find was a video from a Korean media outlet apparently they're coming out with a documentary surrounding how this woman died that says the death of an influencer and Jeju Pablo's pigeons, right? And in this little snippet, I was able to see some footage, blurred of course. I guess there was some kind of investigation in Korea. And as you can see here, let me pause this, is the suitcase that was found, right? With her body found inside of it on the side of the mountain. And here, as you can see, is the footage, right? Of apparently this guy kneeling in front of her before he killed her. Now, for obvious reasons, because they want to kind of hype up their documentary, they're not going to really show the clear image, right? But it's just crazy to me, bro, that this actually happened. And now people are saying, who is the VIP killer? I'm not sure if they're still hiding his identity, like his face. Here we have another Korean comment saying, we pray, and I'm using a browser extension, by the way. We pray for the repose of the deceased soul. Somebody said, this is what happens when you like free stuff. Let's live right. Another person said, I should have stopped my daughter from using SNS. I feel like I'm the victim, but as a parent, I should have stopped her from, I don't know what that means. Guys, this translation isn't perfect. I'm using a browser extension.
We know.
Apologies. But ladies, I just gotta say, please be careful about the money you're accepting from particular people online. Like, these people are in real life, and if they're in your proximity, they may have feelings, very strong, obsessive feelings towards you, of which you don't reciprocate. And if you don't reciprocate, they may have something in their mind where they want to kill you. Bro, I literally talked about this in my video about this guy, I forgot his name, from New Jersey, the 17-year-old, right? Got rejected.
New Jersey? Oh yeah, that's my state. I might have to react to this one next, chat. But yeah, bro, like if a guy donating mad money to you and you're a girl, he's probably lusting over you, bro. He's using his money as a tool to get to you. Just keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. If you know that, bro, you move safe, you chilling. Keep getting your donations for him, but just move smart and know this guy's a lame and he's just trying to get to you, bro. Because a real nigga don't have to do all that, bro. You don't have to use your money to get, you feel me? Like, that's lame to me. But I have to see the jails in Korea. They better send this man to the most craziest place ever. Get him out of here, bro. But like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch you on the next vid, man. And RIP to her, bro. And I'm gonna catch you on the next vid, man. I might have to react to this one. I'm out.